Parade, 15 minutes of music in the modern manner, sweet and slow, light and bright, produced for your entertainment by the Directorate of Public Relations of the Australian Army, featuring Laurie Wilson and the Hammond organ, backed by the On Parade Quintet. In a recent program, we mentioned the No. 2 Commando Company at Sandringham, Victoria. Not far from the Commando headquarters is a modern brick and glass barracks which houses the 7th Supply Group, Royal Australian Army Service Corps, and it's to this group that we devote our program this week. Our first number is for Warrant Officer Robin Riley, who is the senior instructor for the group and lives with his wife and son at the Olympic Village, Heidelberg. Warrant Officer Riley has served 15 years in the Army, including New Guinea, Mauritania, and Japan, where he went ashore from the first transport Stamford Victory in 1945. His number is Japanese Sandman. Seventh Supply Group is a citizen military force organization consisting of a small headquarters, a supply reserve depot, a command supply depot, and 4 supply depot platoons designed to supply a corps of 3 divisions in time of war. Its 250 personnel are mostly national service trainees, and it is a tribute to the enthusiasm and morale of these trainees that 9 of them are already commissioned officers. In fact, there are only 7 officers in the group who are not still fulfilling their national service obligation. 7 more of the national service men are now completing their qualifications for commissioned rank. Another member of the regular Army staff is Staff Sergeant Bill Smith of Brunswick, who is chief clerk for the group. For you, Bill, Jimmy Allen is going to play Polka Dots and Moonbeams. At the 7th Supply Group, a small regular Army staff is responsible for training and administering the units. And on the training side, these men are kept particularly busy coping with the enthusiasm and energy of their part-time trainees. No less a task is that of Staff Sergeant Norm Burmester, whose responsibilities cover the quartermaster requirements of the group with all their personal and unit equipment problems. Norm, who came to the Army about 5 years ago after wartime Navy service, would like to hear You Brought a New Kind of Love to Me. And here is Arlene Forrest to sing it for him.
If the nightingales could sing like you, they'd sing much sweeter than they do, for you've brought a new kind of love to me. If the Sandman brought me dreams of you, I'd want to sleep my whole life through, for you brought a new kind of love to me. I know that you're my king, my ideal, but still you can understand that underneath it all, I'm a maid, and you're only a man. I would work and slave from dawn to tea if you would come straight home to me, for you've brought a new kind of love to me. I know that you're my king, my ideal, but still you can understand that underneath it all, I'm a maid, and you're only a man. I would work and slave from dawn to tea if you would come straight home to me, for you've brought a new kind of love to me, for you've brought a new kind of love to me.
The 7th Supply Group is a nucleus. Its peacetime complement of 250 men would expand to 500 in war and join the other widespread members of the Royal Australian Army Service Corps in fulfilling the role of the Army's supplier and carrier. Our last number in this edition is for Corporal Ron Smith, who is a driver with the group. Ron, who's seen service in Korea, lives with his wife and 4 children at Box Hill. For him, here is the quintet to play Get Happy. And that's all for this week for the 7th Supply Group. And now this is Chris Christensen saying cheerio until the same time next week when this program, produced by the Directorate of Public Relations of the Australian Army and recorded by AWA, is again on parade.